Can you see? Can you see that? Hi! Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Chef Peridot, and in today's video, I'll be showing you how to make okpa. You've probably heard about okpa and how delicious this meal is, and you're wondering how do they make it. I'll show you how to do that. But before we get right into it, if you're a new person on my channel, please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. So guys, today we're going to discuss the benefits of okpa. So okpa is originally a dish from the Igbo tribe of Nigeria, and this dish is made from bambara nuts. So what I have here is the flour from the bambara nuts, which we are going to be using to make the okpa. So this is it. See, this is what it looks like. So before we get right into it, let us discuss a few benefits that you will get when you eat okpa. First of all, it improves your blood. Then second of all, it also improves your bone health. Again, it also helps in malnutrition. So these are just a few things that eating bambara nuts or eating okpa generally will do for you, because bambara nuts is like the main ingredient in okpa. So we're going to step right into it. My water is on fire. I'm just going to turn on the heat because I want that to start boiling while we go ahead to sieve this. So why am I sieving this flour? I'm sieving this flour because it's been sitting in this container for quite some time, and I really want the texture to be smooth, and I don't want like air bubbles and you know. So I'm turning on my heat now, just so that this water can start to cook. So the first thing we want to do is sieve our okpa flour. You have your pepper. You need a lot of pepper for this dish. So if you do not like pepper, then I don't recommend, because this dish has just salt, pepper, and this flour and red oil as the main ingredients. So if you're not using pepper, then you should not be making this food. Oh well, you can as well tone it down a bit if you are allergic to pepper. So let's get right into it. So as you can see, this one has a smoother texture because I already sieved it, but I will also still sieve it again just to get that smooth texture. You see? So I will tell you one thing: resist the urge to add salt in this stage, because you're not baking. If you add salt right now, you might not know the quantity you're adding. So it's better to add the salt much later, which you would see in the video. So if you're watching this video, let me know where you're watching from. Do I have people from Enugu in the building? Say hi in the comment section so that we get to know ourselves. And no, I'm not from Enugu. I'm not from Enugu. But can you guess where I'm from? Do I look like someone from the east? Oh, I feel like this is the hardest. Okay, so this is not one of those videos that we're in a hurry to leave, and you know, this is one of those videos where I'm teaching you how to do something and we're also gisting. So first off, I want to share one experience I had one time. A very funny situation I found myself in. This was one of the craziest situations that I faced in university. Let me not say I faced, I experienced with a friend. So I have this friend that lives in the school, like she lives around the school environment. And for some reasons, I do not stay in the school campus. So I was going to go home that day and my boat was waiting for me. So we had a handout, like a book to photocopy, and this book was a lot of pages. And since she lives around the school, I was now like, okay, can you let me photocopy this book first, then you can now photocopy it when I'm gone, because like you live around the school. So to my greatest surprise, she said no, that she does not have time to wait. And she probably will watch this video right now. This is someone that is like my tight friend, and we've known right from first day in uni. and we've sacrificed a lot for each other. Do you get? And she's still my friend up till now. She probably will watch this video and laugh. But I just feel like that was one of the craziest situations that I found myself in, and someone did not place me before themselves. So what does this mean? Never place yourself below for anybody. So the fact that she lived in school and she stood her ground, she placed herself before me. She didn't care if I was running late, or if my distance was far, or if the time I'll wait for her to photocopy this thing before I now start photocopying my own. It will be such a long time, plus my cab guy waiting. She did not even care. So she said that she was going to photocopy for herself first, and I didn't have a choice. I had to leave the book because my cab guy would not wait for that long. He would leave me, and where I was going to is far, and I have to get there on time. So I left. So it was like the next day I was able to photocopy that particular material for myself. And it taught me a very great lesson not to always put people before myself. So that's just it. We're still sieving our okpa, and our water is boiling. So I'll just reduce the fire. You want your water to be warm, not hot. So after the sieving process, let me just blend my pepper. We have someone that will help me do this. So you see, it's kind of lumpy because it's been sitting in the rubber, in the container. And when you're storing this flour, make sure you use an airtight container like mine to store it properly. So you see, now that I'm able to sieve it, it's going to be really smooth, the texture and everything. And anything I put will be able to settle in well. So let's get right into it. So as you can see, we have sieved this, and I just had to improvise by using a nylon to tie my hands because I don't want the oil to get into my fingers. But if you have gloves, I highly recommend. So we're just going to go ahead to add oil. So you're going to do this bit by bit, bit by bit, bit by bit. So why are we adding this oil to the flour? Is because, you know, if you add water before you add the oil is going to separate from the flour. But now that you're adding it directly to the flour, it gives you that space to be able to mix it properly. And you can determine how red or how yellow you want your okpa to come out. Okpa requires lots of oil, so you have to put a good amount. So you mix, then you're going to go in again. See, still have oil under. You mix very well. So can you see? It's turning red slowly. And I must tell you, use quality oil for this okpa. Whenever you're making okpa, use quality oil, because like the aroma that comes from this right now is so nice because of the very good oil I'm using. So you want to do same. Give it a good mix, so mix it very well, properly. Looks tough, but it's not that tough. Give it your energy. Mix well. With the way I'm mixing this, you can tell that I'm from Enugu State. But if you're watching this video from Owerri, any part of the country or any part of the world, just give me a thumbs up in the comment section and tell me where you're watching from so that we get to know each other. Do not forget to subscribe. So at the point I had to remove the nylon I was using to cover my hands, because I need to mix this properly. This is a very critical stage and you need to get it right. So every whitish one you see inside, every oil bubble, you have to try to make everything mix properly. If not, you're going to have different colors inside your okpa. You're going to have some places white, you're going to have some places red. So this is what I'm trying to do, mixing everything to incorporate into the whole thing well. See, so what I do is I go batch by batch. I have like a method I follow. If I'm going this way, I'll keep going this way. When I'm done with that side, I'll turn. Like, just make sure that you get underneath everywhere and mixed well. If you look closely, you're going to see that everything is getting better. You're not really seeing those whitish fragments anymore. So you just keep doing this until everything mixes well. Well, this is the point where your hand will probably pain you, but trust me, it's worth it. It's very much worth it. This will take about 20 to 30 minutes. You have to be very patient. It's very difficult, but it's easy if it's something you love to do. Personally, the satisfaction that comes from making homemade okpa is the drive that I need to make this, because it's always so delicious and so fluffy and so healthy, because you put in so much into making sure that everything is clean. So hygiene 100. So let me know in the comment section if you'll be trying this. So remember that you want your water to be warm, not hot, because if you add hot water, it's just going to cook this okpa. So you're going to add gently warm water, gently, so that you can check for consistency. You don't want this to be too thick or too watery. You want to get a balanced mixture. Not me trying to protect my nails from oil. Now I don't have a choice other than to do it with my hands. So long as your hands are clean, it's completely okay. So this is the point where we're going to add our salt, and as you are adding, you are tasting. You have to be very careful when you're adding this, because when it comes to okpa, anything you put inside is very obvious, so you have to be very careful. So while I mix that, I will taste. I still need to add a bit of water to loosen this up. And a bit of oil, of course, but let me mix this first. So behind the camera, if you notice, the okpa has doubled in size. Behind the camera, I noticed that the quantity I did was too small for everybody who is interested. So I had to mix a separate batch and I added it to this. So you see, you want the texture to be this smooth, so keep mixing. Remember to add your water gradually so that you can check for consistency. Any bubble you see, any lump you see, you have to try to mix that well. See something like this? You break it. So now I'm going to go ahead to add a bit of oil again because I want this to look real good. You know the vibe. Can you see that? Quality over quantity. This oppa consumes oil a lot, so you have to be ready to put a good amount so that it can come out really pretty for you. The color will be really nice. So I'm going to add in a bit of water again. You can see that we're getting a smooth texture. It's too thick. So a bit of water again. Mix, mix, mix. And a bit of oil again. We will still taste for salt anytime soon. Be generous with your oil. Your oil and pepper, do not compromise. Be very generous with it. So the only part where I would not put my hand is when I want to add pepper. Once I'm done mixing this properly, I will remove my hands, then I will add pepper. Pepper is the last thing you would add. Mix this well from bottom to top. While you're doing this, your water should be on fire boiling, because you don't want to wrap this and put it in cold water. You want your water to be on a rolling boil. So you're going to keep adding more water until you get the consistency that you need. Look at that. It's still thick. If you cook it like this, it's going to come out really strong. Thank you. So I'm going in with more salt. Can you see the consistency? You don't want it to be too thick. And you want your mixture to be very smooth. When I mean very smooth, I mean very smooth. So as you can see, our okpa has mixed nicely. We're going to go ahead to add the pepper mixture, but at this point I will no longer be using my hands because, as you know, pepper is really hot. But if you have the stamina, why not? And go ahead to use your hands directly in the mixture with the pepper. But to be safe, I'll advise not to submerge your hand in pepper. So you see, going to taste. It's really nice. So this is our pepper, and we're going to go ahead to add this. This might seem like a lot of pepper to you, but like I told you, there is no compromise when you're adding pepper to okpa because it is very important. So, but I'm going to add this in batches. So this is the first big batch of pepper. Add that. Another full scoop of pepper. Go ahead, because at the end of the day you might realize it's not even peppery at the end of the day. So add pepper to your taste, then give this a good mix. So I like to be extra dramatic. So I like to stir this like I'm stirring all my bad decisions. Yeah, I'm back. So this is the point where I've added my pepper, I've added my salt, I've added my oil. I have given this a good mix with my hands, and believe me, the texture is really smooth. Everything about this okpa is on point. So all I have to do now is stir the final phase. You know, this is the part I love the most because it's like, it's very therapeutic for me. It's like I'm stirring all my bad decisions. So you give it a good mix like this, and it's giving that okpa woman in Enugu vibe. Because like you just remember how well they stir. I know I've made so many bad decisions, but come on. So give this a good mix, like you're stirring all your bad decisions together, and you would see how nice this will turn out. Do not forget that you should have your water on a rolling boil at this point on fire. So I'm going to place my water again on fire. It's boiling. So I'll just keep mixing this so that it doesn't settle down. So this is how you stir. Position yourself like this. And give it a mix. You know the vibe. You know what time it is. So give this a good mix. And trust me, you have nothing to worry about. And please mind the way you talk when you're making your okpa. If you're doing like public service, don't speak like me. Even when I'm speaking right now, I'm still trying to tone it down. I'm not like speaking out of the blue. So yeah, don't be too excited. Exactly. So this is really nice. I would love to taste with a small spoon. So let's do the check. You see, that's the consistency you want to reach. Very smooth, very mindful, very demure. This is really good. I recommend. Fantastic. The best. Oh my god, and it's so spicy. While your water is boiling, you need to get your nylons that you're going to use to wrap this and arrange them nicely. So usually I would recommend the smaller nylons, but I have mostly the big ones now. But I think I have a few pieces of the small ones, so that I will just show you guys. This is what the small ones look like. It's pretty small and it's easier to use, and if you really want to do that whole portioning thing. But if you don't mind, you can use these big ones. So I have more of the big ones today, and this is what I will be using. So, but then I have a way to make it really nice. So let's see. Remember to keep stirring your okpa. Give this a nice mix. Mix nicely until everything incorporates like your pepper mixture. And we're ready to tie this up. So a lot of persons traditionally would use the leaf, but because I do not have the leaf, I'll be wrapping this with a nylon. I'm putting the one side of the edge into the cup because I know the shape I want to get. So you don't want the whole thing running below the polythene nylon. So we're going to scoop this very nice, very demure. We're going to do this gently into your testimony. It also helps you know the quantity you are adding per time. My God. So can you see that? So I filled the cup. Then I will go ahead to tie this nicely. Can you see that? Can you see how nice that is looking? Can you see that? You want it to look this good, and you're going to wrap it around it like this. See? So we're not going to let the okpa sit for too long in this bowl so that it doesn't settle. That's why I'm going to do this with all amounts of, speed. So you see, this is really nice, like very nice. So you're going to let this sit, and we go ahead to quickly wrap the rest. So you see, we have a big batch. So you're going to go ahead to add this to your boiling water. I need to scoop out a bit of the water because of course it's going to boil and it needs space to cook well. Okay. And allow it to cook. Hi guys, so as you can see, I'm cooking this on 3 pots. This is the first one, this is the second, and this is the third one. So let me open this for you guys to see. See? Almost ready. This is the second one. Almost ready as well. And this is the last but not the least. See? So this was a lot. I must confess, this was a lot. If you want to know if your okpa is ready, all you need to do is get a clean skewer and puncture a hole right in the middle. So let's check this out together if this is ready. Can you see what it looks like? It looks good. It looks really good. So I'm going to puncture this right in the middle. So this came out clean, meaning that it's completely ready. But if it did not come out clean and it came out with like stain of raw okpa, then you will know that your okpa is not ready. But as I poke through all of them, it comes out clean. I poke through the next one, it comes out clean. I poke through the third one, it comes out clean. So everything is ready. All you have to do now is take it out so that it doesn't start burning. So I'm going to take this out and give it a nice cut for us to see. What do you guys think? Hang in there. So our okpa is ready, guys. Can you see how beautiful this looks? Can you see how yummy it looks? So we are going to get right into it by cutting this open. Oh wow, can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see how beautiful that looks? Like, it is so perfect. I cannot wait to try this, honestly. Pardon my manners. You guys, this is so good. Ooh, let's try our first bite. Can you see? Can you see that? Guys, trust me, this is so good. It has to be the best okpa ever. Like, this is so good. My lovelies, until I come your way again, do not forget to subscribe, like this video, share this video, leave me your awesome comments, and let me know if you'll be trying this yummy recipe. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.